This video is about why your SIBO isn't healing and what you can do instead. Hey gut feeler friend, maybe you have been dealing like so many gut feelers with bloating, diarrhea, cramps or gas, and you have been handed over that diagnosis of SIBO, of small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, then this video is perfect for you. Unfortunately, even after 10 years working in the field with one-on-one clients, I still see doctors prescribing antibiotics for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which just makes the bacteria stronger and harder to get rid of without addressing the underlying root cause. Maybe you feel like you have tried everything, low FODMAP diet, cutting carbs, going for multiple rounds of antibiotics, but you're still stuck and you're not making progress. Please know you're not alone. There are thousands and thousands of gut feelers out there trying to control the symptoms and trying to get better, but unfortunately without addressing the real root cause. This is what this video is about. Now, for the terminology, SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, is already misleading because bacteria, good and bad bacteria, can travel up and down your digestive tract. So it's not just in the small intestine, it can go down into the colon, it can also go up into the stomach or even the esophagus. That's why the symptoms of SIBO are not just in the small intestine, but actually all over the body. You might have brain fog, fatigue, skin flare-ups, or even heartburn. It can all be it's all connected. Now, what's the real root cause for SIBO? It's a resistant strain of Streptococcus bacteria. And that bacteria didn't just show up yesterday or when your symptoms started. No, we often have that since childhood. It's not that big of a problem unless it's overgrowing. And unfortunately, by every antibiotic you took, I'm talking about the systemic antibiotics, it gets stronger. So even for your tooth infection or prevention of infection that the dentist gave you, that bacteria gets stronger in your intestinal tract. So SIBO isn't really bad luck or just an imbalance in the body. It's actually something that has been building up for a long period of time, and your body has been fighting that bacteria for years in the background without you having even any symptoms. That's why these quick fixes like just hit it down with the antibiotics or just take this and everything's going to be fine often don't work. Or actually they rarely work. Because healing takes time. Your body is designed to heal itself if it's in the right environment. It always thrives for balance. But SIBO is not a surface thing. This is something that needs longer time to really address all the deeper layers inside your body. Now, let's get practical. What you shouldn't do and what you can do. First of all, let's go to the uncomfortable list, the avoid this list, things that make it worse. This is what unfortunately no academic doctor tells you in his office, that food has a huge impact. And we're not talking low FODMAP diet, but we're talking about a certain group of foods that are most common, that are everywhere, really hard to avoid in the beginning, that feed Streptococcus bacteria. Medical Medium was the one who brought that forth the first time. I also have a video where I go more into depth just mentioning those foods here. If you listen to this and you like, jaw-dropping, what, that's all I eat, then definitely check out this video. And also I've got something to follow up if you need some more support in the end of the video, where you can get step-by-step guidance called the 1 week gut healing challenge, and I share a bit more later on. But to mention these foods, we're looking at dairy, any type of dairy. It doesn't matter if that's an organic grass-fed cow that you petted yourself or goat cheese. Of course, there's worse and better dairy, but for SIBO, any type of dairy just makes it harder and you fight an upward battle. Same goes for eggs, even the organic. I love my hands to death. Eggs, still hormone bombs, and they contain certain factors that also pathogenic bacteria like Streptococcus, it's brunch buffet for them. Third on the list is gluten. Even rye has gluten. So everything, the cookies. I know this is really hard because it's in everything, especially if you're just starting out on your healing journey. And to make it worse, there's also corn and soy that are feeding pathogens in the body a little bit less than the first three. The first three are really like the don't do. But if you really want to heal, you want to avoid all of those 5 things. So eggs, dairy, gluten, soy, and corn. And again, here the video if you want to learn more. Gut feeler, this is not about willpower. This is like just, if you imagine it's black and white, there are foods that feed bacteria and there are foods that bacteria don't like. Just like us humans, we like certain foods, we don't like certain foods. It's the same with pathogenic bacteria. and viruses. So what to do instead? What are healing foods? Again, your body heals itself. What we're doing here with the foods is we create a right environment for the body to do its job better, so you don't struggle with the gas and the bloating and the diarrhea and the cramping. In general, it's the produce section. The fresher the better, the more organic the better. Ripe fruits, so bananas, you always want to eat them ripe, for example. Ideally wild foods, if you can get your hand on some wild blueberries, wild strawberries, wild berries in general. Raw honey. Raw honey is incredible medicinal for the digestive tract and for saying goodbye to those pathogenic bacteria. Leafy greens, spinach, herbs, even if you need to cook them in the beginning because of the bloating, will help you big time. And then of course, our beloved celery juice. I've got a little celery out of the fridge here. It doesn't like the heat. Look at it. It is like, well, if you want to do something really good for your digestive system, for your energy levels, celery juice is the answer. And I've got a whole playlist on it. I'll also link that up here and down below if you want to go deeper into the celery juice mystery. Just to mention a few things, celery juice helps to improve your hydrochloric acid, your good stomach acid, which then kills off pathogenic bacteria and makes it harder for it to thrive. It also contains lots of phytochemicals, relaxes your nervous system, and just boosts with nutrients. And then we have the fruits with their healthy glucose, which fuel your cells, give you a clean source of energy, fuel the brain, fuel the nervous system. Your gut also has nerves, by the way, and not just a few, but a lot. And then your immune system gets strengthened because of all the vitamins and all the phytochemicals that are in fruits. Humans are made for fruits. If you're watching this and you're a carnivore, we are not going to be on the same page, and that's okay. Go with what works for you. From my experience, 10 years working with one-on-one clients, fruits, celery juice, those are the most medicinal and supporting foods for the body to strengthen the body to support itself. As we're talking about what you can do if you're dealing with SIBO right now, one of the things that is really important for me to get across on the channel Gut Feelings here in general, and also for you healing from SIBO, is that healing isn't about more restrictions. It's not about being harder on yourself and I shouldn't do this and I did this wrong and It's about lowering the stress on your body, on your gut, but also on your nervous system. And the thoughts you're thinking, the emotions that might be working against you, where you're just like, oh, my body is weak, or I'm weak, or the doctor is weak. Everything has an impact on physical healing. So what we want to do is we want to give your body foods to heal itself, but also a rhythm. We want to lower stress in general. So slow chewing, relaxing your nervous system before you put anything in your mouth. Because when your body is in fight and flight mode, the sympathetic nervous system is active, and that's the one to run or to fight, right? It's the opposite of when the digestion is active. For digestion to happen properly, all the juices to be produced and released in the digestive tract, you need to be relaxed. The parasympathetic nervous system is active, so your gut heals itself when it's in this rest and digest mode, not in fight and flight. So to sum this all up, SIBO is not a life sentence. You can heal SIBO. I've seen it over and over and over and over and over again. Avoid the things that feed strep bacteria, eat healing foods, lower your stress, relax your nervous system, and watch your body do what it naturally does, is healing itself. Now, if you're like, yeah, Peggy, but all the foods you mentioned from the feeders are things that I just eat, I don't know what else to eat. I created a 1-week challenge. It's called the 1-week gut healing challenge, which is perfect for SIBO, also candida and other digestive issues if you got pain, diarrhea or constipation or both. It gives you a meal plan, shopping list, supplement guidance if you want to bring in some supplements, they're optional, a daily healing protocol, when to do what, so there's no overwhelm. You can do it in a busy life. I'll link it down in the description, the 1-week gut healing challenge. And remember, your body is designed to heal itself. You're not broken. You didn't do anything wrong. It's okay if you took the antibiotics because you thought that's the best idea. You just start one step at a time, addressing the underlying root cause, and you will be able to heal small intestinal bacterial overgrowth.